Welcome everybody to NBBA First Take Episode 8. This is the finals preview. So, last one before the finals.
Yeah, it is a very special episode. New chairs, new setup. Not new background, don't worry, we're not going anywhere. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about some stuff today. We're going to be talking about Foxes versus Roosters Game 3. Break down what's happening in the finals. Then we interview with Hunter, Hayden. Talk about production upgrades and everything that's happening in the finals. Talk about preseason, the NBA getting 200,000 views and all that. So we get to the first segment. Let's get into Foxes versus Roosters Game 3. Were you at that game? What was your opinions?
It was a very good game. It was pretty enjoyable to watch because both teams were playing really well, I would say. The Roosters started at the Foxes started at a disadvantage because they were a player down, whereas the Roosters had 3. And then in the last quarter, they got a comeback from 22 points and came back from that and then beat the Roosters by 13. So it was really impressive from them. I think it was a pretty good game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good game to watch, to play in, and yeah, we just didn't play well in the second half. That's all that happened. Yeah, we'll have some improvements to do next season. We'll talk about that later. What Roosters can do to improve on next season and get better. So, what do you think by watching the game? What do you think was the turning point in the game?
I really think in the third quarter when you put on Tyson, I think that was the turning point of the game. I mean, you guys were pretty dominant in the first half of the game, but then afterwards, when you decided to give Tyson more minutes, he didn't really play well. He was sort of just letting the Foxes gain momentum to the point where, in the end, they won.
Yeah. Tyson did his and Jake's plus minus for the game, both the whole playoffs was pretty bad, and I think Tyson didn't play too bad, but Jake's was definitely worse than that. Well, they'll be going to a fresh team. We gave Tyson an interview after the game, talking about what's going to happen in the future with him and stuff like that. And he doesn't seem too happy going to the Vipers, but he's only there for a season or two. We don't know fully yet how long he's there for. Yeah.
How did you feel about Hayden's performance throughout the game?
Hayden played pretty well, but I think it was one of his best games because he did shoot a 2-8. So he's shaking his head behind the camera, even though he shot 30%. Okay, we can bring up his stats if we want. But he did contribute in the second half. It was a lot better though than the first half. Since obviously they're down the first half. Speak, bro. I'm putting the stats up.
Alright, just hold up.
What?
Bro, you're so close to the camera, bro. Okay, that's better.
Right, I zoned out for a second. I was trying to get
why are you doing that? You just want to welcome in the Foxes guy?
Look, you're not coming in, bro. Is it on?
He just paused it.
I never paused it.
Okay, alright.
I assumed it out of
We just want to welcome...
No, stop. He's not coming in.
No, but we're doing practice.
No, it's already on. It's already gone.
Oh, we're still playing?
Yes.
Okay.
Hayden's stats in the game, he shot 24 from 64 and 4 from 17 from 3, which isn't too efficient, but it's not too bad, because most of his points was in the second half.
Yeah. I think those threes he sort of shot, though, were, pretty important to the game, though, so...
Yeah, it was.
He managed to... everyone sort of struggled. Everyone other than the Roosters struggled on that goal a lot, so it was good to see finally... people starting to shoot threes and actually getting them in. Ben was hitting pretty much all of his threes.
Yeah, he started off pretty well, and then, as you can see, he did start 6 from 9 or something from 3, and then ended up 10 from 33.
Yeah.
Everyone pretty much struggled.
I think the whole game itself, depended on the momentum. Roosters started off with good momentum inside. They were scoring a lot, and then after the first quarter, they came out and they just kept holding on to the momentum and staying dominant throughout the game. And then third quarter is when they put on Tyson, and then pretty much the game started to slow down, and the Foxes started to build up their dominance over the game, and then they started scoring. Brody put himself in, but I think at that point it was sort of too late, and it was hard to sort of slow down the Foxes.
Well, I mean, this is a pretty obvious question, but was this the best playoff game this season?
Yeah, most definitely. It was very impressive comeback. I'm just sad that we couldn't, like, more people didn't be able to watch the game because it was a good game. It really was.
Yeah, so during the game, there was a little segment after the first quarter. What do you think about that? Do you think it should happen more often?
Oh, the IRL stream.
Yeah, the IRL stream.
I mean, it was just like a necessity, but I don't think we should be doing any more of that. I don't think it's like professional entirely. Like, we're not a YouTube channel, like a streaming channel in that sense, where we film like sports content.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's like really like appropriate, to be honest.
How do you think this win affects the Fox's confidence coming to the finals?
I think they definitely got a good morale boost now because of their win. For sure, they're going to struggle against a better team like the Chickens, but you know it's still going to be they're still going to be like more motivated and coming in. They're probably going to be more prepared than us.
Yeah, the Chickens have had like a 2-week break. Hunter was saying that the team that finishes first is a bigger disadvantage because they're playing more. What do you think about that? Do you think
we'll be doing some training sessions soon, so we'll be able to keep up with. We'll be able to keep up with the Foxes in terms of our training and our preparedness, because like at the end of the day, like Chickens are still like one of the best teams in the comp, and it doesn't matter who. There's a cat on me right now. Oh, sorry, I got distracted there. I think the Chickens won't struggle, if I had to summarize that. We're going to do training sessions, so it's not like we're neglecting the finals or anything.
Yeah, I heard the Chickens training sessions weren't likely going to be happening after Cooper had like cold birthday parties he used to go to.
Yeah, it's a couple birthday parties. Yeah, our players are very occupied with their personal lives, so and the Chickens respect that. Unlike some people in the league, you know, who just like.
Who's that?
Who like, you know, just like think their personal life is like over NBBA. You know, we at the Chickens we offer a good like balance between personal and work life.
So obviously Liam's coming to free agency.
Yeah.
What are the Chickens thinking about that?
The Chickens may seem like we're very broke right now, but we have money, so we're always prepared to offer Liam, because we are getting rid of Ryland now, and we have some money opened up. So we may be able to give him an offer, but he seems keen on joining the Roosters, which we don't know how we feel about that. I think the Roosters will be way too strong if they get him, to be honest. It might not be as balanced because it's going to be, the players are going to be more split up now. So the Chickens are basically going to go down to 2 players now, Cooper and Hunter. The Foxes will have, Lockie, Jed, and Hayden still. If the Roosters get Liam, then it's going to be unbalanced from us now. And then the Vipers will obviously be like, you know, have 3 players still. So, it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to have to plan it out next season, because I'll probably have to be playing more next season as a substitute.
Alright, so obviously the Roosters season is over. What stuff do you think they can improve on coming to next season?
I think that they need to be more organised, because they're playing very well. I think the Roosters are still like one of the best teams. They just like need to figure out when everyone is free so they can actually play, because half the time players are missing. And then also they need to figure out how, because I mean obviously next season that's going to be the issue, like Tyson and Jake are gone, but they need to figure out, you know, to give each other breaks and how they can like keep the dominance the entirety of the game, because the Roosters are like an aggressive team in their play style naturally. They always are, you know, playing aggressively throughout the entire game compared to like some other teams. And like when they, you know, substitute players, take them off, it interrupts that flow and it makes it worse for them. So they got to improve that, honestly.
Okay, let's talk about the controversy lately. The Fox is using a illegal item in Game 3. Foxes are facing up to a $1 million fine.
Oh, wow.
For using hand gel. People, if you don't know, hand gel it makes your hands tacky, which makes the ball stick more, which in a wet game can help you a lot. Now, I don't know if that's his purpose, but he does know it's banned. I don't know if he did that. He probably did it on purpose, but he knows hair gel's banned. It's been banned for like 4 years.
Well, funny enough, you mentioned that. I never even knew this happened until you told me just then. Like, I've never.
You never heard about it?
No, I never.
You never didn't see him sit on the sidelines?
I never saw him put hair gel on. Or, I don't even know what hair gel is, actually. What is it you put on your hair? I think the Foxes. I think it's an overreaction from the NBBA. I think the Foxes should just be given a pass because, they should get the benefit of the doubt. Hair gel's for hair, not for hands.
Yeah, so hair gel was it was banned back in season 5, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was banned back in season 5. So was the word pickle, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure why. I can't really remember why. I think it involves something with a rolling, like crashing out or something. But
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that was that. So that means the Foxes have to pay about 2.5 million in fines this season.
Wow, that's their budget. Or is it close to their budget? That's a significant portion of their budget.
It's like, what's the math there?
Will they be able to pay for?
Yeah, they will. Yeah. It's like 10% of their full budget, or like maybe more actually. I don't know how the full.
Now here's an interesting proposition for you. Each team has their managers, right? And their managers' skills vary. I'm just saying that now. And
okay, before we go on,
teams don't need to pay for their managers.
Before we go on, we talked about this 2 episodes ago. Okay. If you're going to talk about captains getting paid, we already talked about that. It's 8 mil maximum for a captain to get paid. Oh. So that's just going to debunk that before you even get into it.
Yeah, you can cut it out.
Because we've already... No.
Can you cut this out?
we've already talked about that.
So now on to our next segment. We prepared quite a lot of new, technology and all of that for the NBBA finals that we're going to implement compared to all the other finals. It's been pretty anticlimactic, but we've prepared a lot for that. So starting off with, we have multiple camera angles now. So we'll have one central person controlling all the camera angles. We'll have 5. It's probably going to be one for the full court, side of the court, behind the ring. And then a drone too, so we can act as a flying fox, so we can get free throws and all of that. We're gonna have an active review system now, so we won't have to give only 1 review per team. It'll be 3 now, so it's gonna be more. And we're gonna have live segments built into the live stream, ads, all of that stuff's gonna be built in now. So it's gonna be more entertaining for the viewers, and then it's much more easier now for us to. But yeah, it's much more better, the production now.
Yeah, so watching the game will be a lot more enjoyable. You won't just go to a break and just look at nothing for 10 minutes like you used to. Obviously we'll be there courtside before the game.
Yeah, doing commentary.
Yeah, and then we'll go straight into the game after that. We'll have the camera here for the commentary.
Yeah.
One on the sides, one straight in front. And maybe the drone. Oh, not the drone yet.
Yeah, we'll have custom animations, themes, promotional videos, all playing throughout the stream live, to keep you guys sort of focused on the stream and not to get you guys bored or anything.
Yeah. I think the score bug itself, the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I'll try and get that to look better. Yeah, the quality will be a lot better because we're actually using an actual tripod on the last one, which can only film front, which means the quality will suck. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're using a powerful laptop.
Yeah.
Which can help it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for
that segment.
For all the upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the season series finals preview, season series between Foxes and Chickens.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the Foxes lost the season series. Yeah, Foxes only took 1 game against the Chickens in the season series.
Yeah.
Which isn't a good sign looking into the finals. So they were 1-4 against the Chickens. Losing by 68 once. Yeah, obviously that 1 loss coming at Springbank for Jade at 60.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Coming to the series, the Chickens must be pretty confident that they can get this done.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty easy for the Chickens to be able to win. I mean, the expectation is that the Chickens are pretty dominant throughout the entire game. We'll have our full team consistently showing up for our games. So that'll be Hunter, Cooper, Ryland. We'll have good substitution. We'll be practicing prior to the games. So the expectation is we win every single game. But if we lose one, that's fine as well. But we're looking to win every single one.
Yeah. So the matchup, Hunter versus Hayden. How crucial do you think this is? If Hunter wins the battle in the game, do you think Chickens win? If Hayden wins the battle, do you think Foxes win?
Well, I sort of think that it's not necessarily like Hunter and Hayden entirely. They have their players on the side who, like, the defense matters too. Like, for example, Hunter against like a much more stronger defender, he's still going to struggle as much as Hayden against like Cooper, for example. So I still think that it would probably be about equal in terms of scoring, but the defense itself, Hunter's probably going to be able to handle better compared to Hayden, because Hunter is able to get through the defense much easier, and he's good at like not wasting too much of his energy early on, so he's good at getting layups, and then also if he needs to get threes, he can shoot threes too. And then along the side with like Cooper and Ryland, I think that Chicken's going to do quite well. Hayden, on the other hand, as long as he's got someone like Jed or even Lockie, he would be able to score pretty well, get layups, and then like players like Jed as well, he can help. They can both work together and get layups and all of that.
Alright, now with Hunter versus Hayden, I feel like the Foxes need Hayden to win that more than the Chickens need Hunter to win that.
Yeah.
Because if Hayden wins that and Jed's playing, I feel like they win. But if Hayden wins that and Lockie's playing, Lockie needs to play well too for them to win. Because Cooper's still going to score that game. But let's look at how much do you reckon Jed missed? Because Jed's obviously missing game one, not game two. How much do you think Jed missing game one will affect the series and affect the game and stuff?
It's going to be significant. Jed is one of the highest scorers in the Foxes right now. His play style is good in terms of he's a playmaker, plus he can also be able to get rebounds and all of that too. He can shoot threes, he can shoot mid-range, he can shoot layups, he can do all of it. And as long as that, he can also defend too. So he's a pretty key part of the Foxes. And I think that not having him is going to be a really big kick to the Foxes.
Yeah, I feel like Hayden's going to be scoring a lot of points if they want to fill the gap of how much points Jed scores. I feel like if Hayden's a bad game in game one, I feel like it'd be a big loss.
It's going to be not good.
Because Lockie hasn't really played his best the last 4 games. But you never know, you could turn it around and could come out and score.
I mean, if you look at Jed's previous games, he's always been the highest scorer in the Foxes. Because, he's consistently hitting layups.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the reason why.
Alright, so let's talk about Cooper's rebounding versus the Foxes. And the first game of the season against the Foxes, not on the Roosters, like when it was on the Chickens, he had 37 and he had 50. How much do you think if Cooper can get those numbers, do you think it'll be pretty easy for the Chickens to...
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it also depends on how much shots they're getting in. If they're not on top of their shooting game, and we keep Cooper on for much longer, which he'll probably want anyway to the finals, he could get more than 50 potentially.
Yeah, if like some reason Roland on the short of one game or something, like he could get heaps of rebounds that game, and I feel like one of the main problems with the Foxes coming up against the Chickens is they get out rebounded by a lot usually. Yeah. It's just the second chance rebounds which Cooper gets, and then can give the Hunter or put up for a layup, which is just like...
I mean, it's more about the physicality for rebounds compared to the skill. Like, Cooper is just a bigger person.
It's just hustling.
Yeah. It's harder to get the rebounds compared to...
Yeah, I feel like also if the Foxes keep up with their turnovers, I feel like the Chickens punish them a lot.
Yeah.
With getting turnovers, like points of turnovers and stuff like that. They average like 13 a game, the Foxes. And if they can lower that, I feel like it'd be a lot more even of a series. Let's compare the bench and how much different they impact. So obviously,
it would be
Roland and Lockie.
Yeah, on the bench.
if one of them gets going, do you feel like they impact more?
I think that for the Foxes, I'm not too sure if I can make any judgment on the Foxes. I'm not too familiar, but for the Chickens, I can speak confidently that Ryland will make a significant impact on the game, especially when our players get tired. Like, he can take over for Hunter really well. And Cooper, in terms of his stamina, he can stay on for quite a while, but he can also play alongside Hunter too. So, Ryland is a key part of the Chickens team, and he's going to make a significant impact if he does show up for games, even on the bench. What about Lockie though? Like, what do you say about that?
I feel like, well, Roland's definitely a lot better shooter than Lockie. Lockie actually did used to shoot pretty well. I don't know what really happened. Maybe it was the courts out there that like aren't really in his favour. But he definitely has it in him to be able to shoot well, and so it could be a game where he comes out and shoots really well. So you never know. And Rollins is obviously a good shooter too.
I mean, it is possible to predict how he's going to shoot. I mean, just look at the defense that we're going to be putting up. We've got Cooper and we've got Hunter, who are both able to defend him pretty well. And then Ryland can also defend Lockie too. So I don't think it's going to be very good for Lockie, because the way he sort of drives is easy to defend compared to like Jed, who's much more. He's more versatile. He can get through the defense easily, and Hayden is just like much bigger, so you can get through that too. So stacked against it for sure.
All right, now that we know that who's in the finals, obviously, who do you think's going to win finals MVP?
Hunter, most likely. It's really just looking at his current statistics in the season. He's had a pretty dominant season so far, so it's not unreasonable to see that he'd probably win the MVP for too. Do you have anyone else in mind?
I think. I don't think the Foxes will win the series because it's just the way the regular season is going against the Chickens. Yeah. And I mean, Cooper, if he has a good couple games and Hunter just plays like average, Cooper could steal the MVP from him. But it's most likely going to be Hunter who wins the finals MVP. I think if the Foxes win,
it'll probably be Hayden.
Yeah, it'll probably be Hayden, but it might be Jed. Yeah. I don't think it'll be Lockie. Highest scorer, I feel like Hayden or Jed. Oh no, Jed's missed in the first game, so I think Hayden could get the highest scorer because obviously Hunter scores less with Cooper on the floor because he doesn't need to score as much, and
it's going to be more.
And they're going to need Hayden to score a lot more than Hunter does.
The scoring's more split up between the Chickens when we have Cooper on because he's getting all the rebounds compared to when it's Hunter and Ryland. They both actually have to score from threes and all of that.
Now, obviously, some of these players, this is their first season playing like on camera and stuff. So if they mess up, it's like they can get clipped and stuff.
Yeah.
But do you think players who have been in the situation in the finals and been filmed will have less pressure and be better in these situations?
Well, it's important to understand that a lot of the players already play basketball in terms of like club or district or whatever. And so they're already sort of used to playing in front of a crowd. And I don't think a camera is going to be any different from a crowd in terms of, the pressure. It's probably just the pressure from, you played too much games. You've sort of invested a lot of time and energy into it. So the pressure is going to be there for sure.
Yeah, I just feel like the players who have not be because they don't want to have a bad clip in front of the camera because then they'll get clips on TikTok and stuff. And I feel like that would affect how they play the game more carefully.
People are going to play more carefully.
The people who it probably won't affect, which have played heaps of games in the finals, Hayden, Roland, Cooper actually has won 3 championships in a row. Yeah. He's played 3 seasons, won 3 championships. So if he's going for 4 in a row now, which is crazy. But I don't think it will affect. I don't think Cooper really understands pressure. So
no.
Definitely not Roland either because he's won 2 championships.
Yeah.
It could. Well, Lockie has played in the finals before, but he did crumble under the pressure. So, we don't know what's going to happen. So
it's going to be there. We're going to see it in front of our eyes pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like Roland could play really well in the finals just because of that factor.
Yeah.
If he just gets going and he could have 40, you never know.
Yeah, it's important. Ryland himself, he may seem unserious, but when you put him in a situation where it's really quite serious, like the finals, he does tend to take it much more seriously and actually like try much harder. So we're expecting a much better performance from Ireland. Like he already is playing pretty well, so it's going to be playing much better then, for sure.
Let's touch on the 200 views for the NBBA.
Yeah.
So obviously that's mainly shorts, but it's still 200k views, which is quite a lot.
Pretty good achievement.
What would you say is your favourite game this season?
Like overall,
your favourite game that you've seen?
It probably would be the Foxes versus Roosters game. Honestly, I think that
the latest game.
Before that, it would probably be the Blue Court.
The one
Foxes versus Roosters as well. I think they're a really entertaining game. So they've also got some of the highest amount of views. The YouTube channel as well.
My favourite game this season would probably be that I've played in. Maybe like I think it was like game, like early on, like game 2 or something, or game 3, when I had like 62 or something. Even though it was like a low scoring game, it was still like we kind of came back, and it was just a good game, that one.
Yeah, I mean, if we're touching on our own personal games, Airballers versus Chickens, really early game. I believe this was like about 4 years ago, when the Airballers were still part of the comp. That was a great game because obviously I was cheated in the first half, pushed over, injured, and I managed to get a comeback and win the game. So I think that was a really good game. It was actually quite highly viewed as well, I'm pretty sure. Because people just run it back to see me get injured.
Let's talk about the biggest viral moment of the season. So obviously the most viewed video this season is Jake, 21k views of him blowing a kiss to Tyson. Obviously that wasn't the best highlight. Do you have a favourite highlight of the season?
It could be the Jake blowing a kiss to me before hitting a 3. I think that he himself deserves a clip like that because he played very well that game.
Yeah,
and it's a cool clip to see.
Yeah, my favorite. I think the funniest highlight of the season is Ben slipping over the mod.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was a good clip.
In terms of basketball, it doesn't really count, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like, it's still part of the whole thing. We're gonna touch on the preseason, and then we'll get into some interviews after that.
Yeah.
So in the preseason, what players do you expect to play, and what players do you expect not to play?
It really depends on for Foxes specifically. It depends on the outcome. Same with Chickens of the finals. I have a feeling that players like Lockie might not play next season based on the outcome of this finals. Because I do believe there is a lot of tension in the Foxes right now. Just based off the schedule and the rostering.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like internal conflict. So there could be potentially Foxes Lockie leaves Foxes, or gets kicked off the Foxes potentially.
Yeah, I feel like most of the big names won't play in preseason.
Yeah.
I don't think Compton will play preseason. Ben probably won't. I will probably play just
Cooper won't.
Oh, Cooper might. Yeah. So, do you think what should players do in preseason? Do you reckon they should our team's going to try new things out, or not take it seriously, or just try and get into form before the season starts?
Yeah, sort of. I imagine a lot of teams are going to go training or do some friendlies between each other to get some practice. It's going to be good vibes coming into the next season because everyone's already experienced. Because this is sort of like the pilot season. It's the test season.
Yeah.
Next season, you can imagine, is the true season 1 where everyone's ready. Everyone's already experienced what the test is like, and now everyone's going to be pretty excited for the next season where we're going to be using a lot of new stuff, new rules, all of that. Yeah. So it's going to be good.
All right. We have a goal for the next NBBA season. All right. In season 2, the view goal is 1 million in the season, which is actually it's doable. Okay?
Yeah, possible.
We've had 200k in 2 weeks. The season will go for 2 months. It's doable. In season 2, there's also the All-Star game, which is already invite only. So that's in I don't know when it is actually.
All-Star game would be an exception to it's going to be very high production too. The All-Star game.
Yeah, All-Star game would be high production. Obviously, there'll be a lot of people who aren't playing the All-Star game, which can help with the production. And stuff
there might even be an audience, commentary, and all of that for the All-Star game. So it's going to be a pretty exciting game to look forward to.
Yeah. Also, in the preseason, do you think that there should be any like rule changes to like test out and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. The Vipers rule. I mean, we've touched on it before.
Oh yeah, that was gonna happen.
The blocking and stealing rule. We're gonna test that out against. We'll probably do like Vipers versus Roosters or Vipers versus Chickens or Vipers versus Foxes to see how they go. If they get absolutely smashed, then we'll probably implement a rule like that.
So potentially for the preseason, we're potentially doing a 4-point line we can test out.
Right.
I feel like that'll be good for the preseason. People can have something to go for. But it's just the problem of like making the 4-point line in actual games. So we just got to figure out something to do with it. The 4-point line's good because it changes the game. But just got to figure out what to do with that.
Yeah. I did have something to say. I completely forgot it.
I'll get to the next thing. You can come back to that. Yeah. So I have heard some rumours around the grapevine about a possible moving of Lockie next season.
Yeah.
I've heard rumours. I haven't heard anything confirmed.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumours, speculation.
I've heard hints. I've heard hints all around the place. Possible trades.
Well, it's straightforward because there's arguments, there's tension, and there's conflict. Like Roosters and Chickens, we don't have any discussion or any like fights or disagreements. Like everyone's on the same term, but there's rumours and speculation that the Foxes aren't on the same page entirely. They're not like agreeing with each other, and coming into the finals, it's definitely going to be noticeable, the tension for sure.
Yeah, who knows where it's going to go? There's going to be trades every season, obviously.
Yeah. But if the Foxes aren't happy with players, they have the right to get rid of them and put them onto the market and get be able to use their money for better things.
Yeah. So that's it for now. You got anything else to say, or
no.
the interviews?
No, I think let's move on to our next segment.
Yeah, let's get into the Hayden interview.
Okay, we just want to welcome Hunter onto the podcast. Welcome, Hunter.
Thanks for having me again.
So we got a couple questions for you. Brody, do you want to start off?
So you're back. You're in the finals, all right? How are you feeling coming into the finals?
Well, I feel pretty good. I reckon. I think we match up well with the Foxes. I'm just worried about our time off and how we'll perform in game 1.
Yeah. We spoke about earlier in the pod about like how you said that missing games because you got the first seed will affect how you play in the finals. How much do you think it affects your team?
Well, I don't really know how much Coop practices, and I think Coop is more reliant on us playing regularly.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know. It's more unsure.
Right. Cooper did tell me the other day that he has been practicing apparently. I don't know what that means, but yeah. He said he couldn't practice tonight because he's at a birthday party. He's having a good birthday party.
Where's that little birthday party?
Yeah, did you party? Were you coming into the playoffs? Did you expect the Foxes in the finals, or?
Well, I thought the Roosters would get out of that first round, but we just move on, and I'm happy, to be honest, because I think we match up better with Foxes with 4-1 in the season. So yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about potentially Lockie not playing in the first game, or Jed not playing in the first game?
I think Jed changes it a bit, but Lockie, I could care less.
Yeah. That guy's been a bit angry lately.
Yeah.
There is rumours that he's going to be out of the Foxes by next season. Do you feel like the Chickens should I pick him up?
Chickens? Do you think we should take him?
Yeah.
He can be our he can be our garbage time minutes.
What do you think the biggest challenge is for the Foxes? What do you think that? Well, you don't want to say too much, but what do you think? You guys would look to expose them with?
Yeah, we gotta kind of keep our game plan intact, but I think consistency is the biggest thing with the Foxes. I think everyone knows that. They can go from being the worst team to the best team, like whenever they feel like it. So that's probably their biggest thing.
Yeah. So I know you think you're going to win, but like, how easily do you think you guys will want to win this series?
Well, with the rules in NBBA, you can't really have your good team for a long time. So I think with me and Cooper as our 4, we should try and win as much as possible.
Yeah. We did talk about earlier in the podcast that in the preseason there'll be like some other rule changes. One of them will be the 4-point line. Do you think that will be a good addition into the actual season or just the preseason?
I don't know if I like that because I feel like that results in probably more fluky games. Like you could beat down play 20 points and then people just make like a couple 4-pointers. And like, obviously if you're a really good shooter then maybe you might just be OP, but I feel like it will result in like flukier performances.
Yeah. Hayden's been pretty good to end the season off. How do you plan to slow him down in game 1 since he's playing with Lockie?
Yeah, I think I don't want to reveal too much, but Lockie and Hayden like to pick and roll a lot, so we just got to sort of key in on that and try and slow that down pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think that you and Cooper are gonna plan on doing throughout the first game against Hayden and Lockie?
Well, I think it's just I'm not really sure how Cooper's going to come out the first game. Obviously, he's always going to get rebounds. He's always going to hustle, but I'm not sure how he's going to finish around the ring. So, in an ideal world, he should be able to get all my bricks and stuff and put them back in.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think is the biggest key to winning in game 1 that you guys need to do?
Well, obviously, Hayden's the biggest player on the court. He's like 6'7", so we just got to start. We got to try and. I think Cooper's going to be our most important piece. Obviously, me scoring 70s sort of ideal, but yeah, Cooper's definitely the key on Hayden specifically.
Yeah. So the last time you played these guys, Cooper had 50 rebounds. Do you think rebounding is going to decide the end of the series? Who wins?
Yeah, I think so. Because obviously, if Hayden dominates on the boards, he's just going to put it straight up because he's so big. And if we can slow that down by getting more rebounds, that's probably the key, to be honest. Because they're not, obviously, they can shoot threes, but I don't think that's their strongest play.
Yeah.
I don't actually have any questions.
What would winning an NBA championship mean to you?
Oh, it would be amazing for my legacy, you know. I'd go down as one of the greatest players of all time. So,
maybe let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, and also, how would it feel to also...
First championship, first year.
Yeah.
Go talks.
Okay. How would it feel to win it against Lockie and Jed too?
Yeah, so I've always been beefing with Lockie all season, and obviously I don't like Jed trying to shoot like 20 foul shots a game, so...
Yeah, do you think you guys can...
yeah.
Do you think you guys can, like, make Jed go to the line less during the series, or is that what you're trying to look to do?
Yeah, so I think the key is just to not let him call his own fouls.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
That's
much
going to be tricky. I mean, I believe there is going to be a large presence of security throughout the finals games to prevent any conflict between
really?
you and a specific player from the Foxes.
Okay.
We're really concerned about, like, potentially someone getting punched in the face. or like, getting a bit heated.
I might bring my man.
Yeah. I think it'd be fine that, if you're talking about Lockie won't touch... Lockie can't... He's like a fly.
Maybe bring some pepper spray or something.
Yeah, Lockie's like a fly.
Hey, who said Lockie?
Oh, well, that's what I was assuming. So, you're averaging around 67 points per game. Do you feel like you're playing the best basketball of your career?
Well, I think probably not because that's shooting like 20% from three. So I don't think they've seen the best of me, which is good and bad.
Right.
Interesting.
So obviously the Chickens are still in the season right now. What do you think if the Chickens were to get eliminated? Do you think there's any changes that would need to be made?
Yeah, yes and no. Obviously, me and Cooper haven't actually played that many games together, so we'll just have to sort of see how the draft goes. And obviously, there's a few players we're looking at scouting, and we'll just see how things play out.
Yeah. Alright. That's pretty much it. Do we got anything to say?
No.
Alright, thanks, Hunter.
So we just wanted to welcome Hayden from the Foxes on. Welcome, Hayden.
Thanks, guys.
We've got a couple questions for you. So just starting off, like, how do you feel to knock off the Roosters and reach the finals?
Yeah, it was a great game. You know, we played good, me and Jed together. Lots was watching from the sidelines back at his house. I mean, wasn't about second quarter, but we played good. We played good defensively. So.
Yeah. What do you think the reason, like the overall reason was that you won that game?
I think the reason was when we're down by 20, we never gave up. We never gave up. We worked defensively hard to try and stop their threes. Yeah, I mean, the shots went into overtime. I mean, they could have hit their shots instead, but it went in our favour. So.
Yeah. How does it feel to finally beat me after the Foxes have been through so much pain against me? You lost the in-season tournament, a half-court buzzer beater. You lost the finals with 0.3 seconds left. You lost game 5 on the buzzer. You've actually lost, out of the 14 games they played each other, 5 on the buzzer.
You're going to have to bring that up.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't need to bring that up.
No, I'm just saying, how's it feel to finally lose it?
This day is about the Foxes winning, not about them losing.
Yeah, what happened?
Look, I feel great. You can just enjoy camping with Pass and Joey.
Yeah, but I actually go to the Diddy party at Cancun.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Now, this game is one of the biggest comebacks in currently the season's history, or the comp's history right now. And do you think that this is what the biggest win for Foxes overall in history?
Definitely the biggest win so far, but we have more games to come. You know, the final series, I don't think it's going to be close, so we have to be pushing.
Yeah.
Now that you're in the final...
Like Jen said, Jen told me end of the game, we are the New York Knicks, bro. We're coming to be.
Okay, now that you're in the finals, what's the team's mindset like right now?
Honestly, not the greatest. Yeah, the group chat isn't the most positive right now, but
Yeah.
that's what it is.
We've heard a lot of speculation that, you know, there's a lot of internal conflict in the Foxes right now. Do you wish to comment on that?
You know, Jen just chills in there. He has a lot to say, but I don't know. I think he's on his period right now. So.
Yeah.
Right.
You think he's on his period?
Alright, so the Foxes are 1-4 against the Chickens this season. How big of a challenge are the Chickens to you?
Honestly, I just think it's the rebounding and turnovers that's costing us. If we can fix that up, it's gonna be a lot closer than what people think.
Yeah. So do you think the Foxes are being underestimated with everyone's predictions?
Yeah, I mean, I asked Big Fella last night what his prediction was, and he thought the Chickens would win, but he thinks the Chickens will win, but he's actually rooting for the Foxes apparently. I mean, I don't even know, bro.
The thing is, it's always possible. Like, they could get a comeback like the Roosters to the Chickens.
If it's 1-1, when we get Jed back, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, so Jed's out for game 1. How much does that change your team?
I don't see Cooper playing that good for the whole series.
Okay, yeah, anyway. So Jed is out for game 1. How much does that affect the way your team's going to play and your play style for game 1?
I don't know if there will be a game 1.
Okay.
Well, if Lockie can't play, we can't play. So.
Yeah. So if Jed is out and Lockie is playing, how much do you think Lockie needs to step up in that game one?
I think he just needs to play the way he's been playing. I mean, he's been playing fine. I think he's just taking too many shots. Like, if he can't shoot, that's fine. I don't care. Just don't shoot. I'd rather him just not shoot than just waste shots. You know what I mean?
So how much extra responsibility do you gain as a team's leader since Jed's out and it's just you and Lockie?
Oh, I actually prefer to have control of the ball.
Right.
I think majority of our comeback against the Roosters, I told Jed at one stage, said just give me the ball and I'll just shoot most of the shots.
What do you think was your biggest improvement in your game this year?
Maybe by finishing. You know, I wasn't too good with layups, but I've done it right this season.
Yeah.
So I guess,
I mean, do you think that the pressure will make you play better in such scenario in the series? And do you think that it'll make your players also play better too?
I don't think there's much pressure until we get to like an elimination game.
So you guys are going to sort of stay the same throughout, like match sort of how you've been playing?
We're gonna go like 110% hustle. We're gonna try and defend as hard as we can, like we did last game. It's gonna be tough, but yeah.
Okay, so
I don't think
yeah.
there's so much pressure.
Alright, so you've been playing the NBA for 7 years. You haven't won a championship. What would winning the championship mean to you?
Well, you know, it would mean the world to me. You know, it's been 53 long years. Yeah, look, I don't know what it would mean. Honestly, if we lose, I'm doing a Tom Holland video.
Okay, and so there is a chance you guys can win the championship on Timothy Booth's 2-year anniversary when he died. I'm pretty sure it was.
Wow. Yeah, honestly, like the Foxes, we're gonna do it for Timothy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was early July, so there's a chance you could bring it home for Timothy Booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. What player, like, the whole series, do you think will be the X factor? If they play well, they win. If they play bad, they lose.
Yeah, I think Cooper is the X factor. If you can put him on, if he has a bad series, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because we already know Hunter's going to play the same.
Yeah,
he's going to score over 60 every game. But is Cooper going to get like 40 rebounds?
I mean, looking at his stats, you know, he's pretty consistent in his play style. So, I mean, it would be right to assume he'd play the same in the finals, or if not, play better.
No, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, before we head off, you know, do you have any final messages to your fans, like leading up to the finals? What do you have to say?
Look, Foxes fans, heading into the finals. Hope you guys get excited. I think this is our second final so far, is that right, bro?
Yeah, second finals.
Yeah.
First one didn't go too well.
We're going to lock in, focus, and we're taking home that shit, bro. Let's kick it.
Yeah. Obviously, your fans love your TikToks you make in the Foxes chat with the game day posts.
Yeah.
That's some great posts.
The team does any posts. We post game day, we post statistics. It's the fans want to know.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you just... I mean, how do you acknowledge your AI usage right now? You know, it's just...
Yeah, aren't you wasting water?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than having nothing, am I right?
Yeah, I mean...
I feel like it's directed at someone.
Do you edit the video? Do you edit, like, the photos yourself?
So, Foxes fans, look, we're coming for the finals.
You should know the question.
I heard Big Fella's going to come to watch the games. He's going to be cheering the Foxes.
I don't think he is.
And we're going to make it into a Christmas dinner. Wait. We're going to stuff the chickens like a Christmas turkey.
This is a turkey.
Mate, we're going to be getting that. We're going to be getting that ball right up.
Yep, still at home.
Alright, you have a good night, Hayden. Yep, bye.
Alright, we want to wrap up NBBA First Take, episode 8. This is possibly the last one for the season. Oh, there'll be one more for the season, which will be the championship one.
That'll be live.
On Tuesday, we'll be live for the finals. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Yep, we'll be back for the finals.